Hello, my good people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's yet another lovely, awesome, and gorgeous time that we're here for some good moments, for some fun moments. And as you can see, today is cooking time. For those people who are fan of kitchen, fan of cooking, fan of food, and those people who enjoy maybe trying new items here and there, you're welcome. It's a nice time that we're here to cook some chapati. For those people who know me, they know that chapati is one of my favorite meals. And as much as I love eating chapati, I also enjoy cooking them. It's only at times that maybe I don't have that time, but when I get a moment or another, I'll always be in my kitchen preparing some chapati. Today is in the evening. I decided that I don't want to eat anything else. I just want to eat some chapati. And these are my ingredients. I want to do a step by step for those people who doesn't know to cook chapati. And I have friends that I feel I need to tag. Yes, you know yourself. I don't know to mention you by names, but you know yourselves. You turn in, let me not say your years, but you still don't know to cook chapati. Surely. Come, baby girl. Come. These are the ingredients. As you can see, we have some salt there. We have some sugar. We have some, I love carrots in my chapati. We have some eggs. We have flour and water and maybe some cooking oil. Just that. Imagine, these are things that you can just get into your kitchen and we start cooking together. So if you're there, you don't know to cook chapati, come. I'm just doing a step by step. Measuring, as you can see. As you can see, that is my first cup of wheat flour. I sieve it. It helps in making your chapati maybe more soft and such like, because you creating aeration when you sieve your flour. So that is my first cup. I'll be doing 2 cups of wheat flour. As I said, we're doing step by step. When you tell me that you don't know to cook chapati, it would be well with you. So our start ingredient is 2 cups of wheat flour. It's the wheat flour of your choice. Whatever you feel best, that's what you'll use. Wheat flour, mine I'm sieving it. If at all you want good results with anything that is involved in wheat flour, always ensure that you sieve it. It goes way better. But if you don't have this big sieve, you can still do it just the normal way. So those are my 2 cups of wheat flour. I've sieved them. They are now ready. Our flour is now ready. We now add some 1 spoon of salt. It's good when your chapati have some salt. We then add some sugar. It also adds some good taste. The sugar I had to put like maybe 2 spoons and so. Don't put a lot, because again we don't want our chapati to be so sweet. So ensure you have a good measure of the same. So that's our 2 ingredients added. Now we just have the carrots and the eggs remaining. For the eggs, you have to ensure that you mix them well, so that it should be very easy to mix into your mix up when cooking. Now it's doing the mix up. Before adding the eggs, I decided let me first add the carrots. There are people who boil their carrots and maybe use that breaded mix up, but for me I prefer my carrots being this low, because they usually give the chapati a very good look. So just use maybe 1 carrot also in mixing up. Ensure that the carrot is not again so much. Like here, I ensure that I didn't use my entire carrots. I then add up now my eggs. And now I'm ready to prepare my dough. I mix up well and ensure that the eggs are evenly distributed to the dry ingredients, because you should always start with the dry ingredients, then you now add the wet ingredients. So that's me doing the mix up, ensuring that everything is evenly distributed before I now get to add my water. Now that I used 2 cups of wheat flour, I will be using 1 cup of water. Yeah, I'm giving you very simple ingredients that measurements of ingredients, so that you'll not have an excuse of why you didn't make good chapatis. Yes, there are 2-3 people I can't wait to eat your chapatis, because tell me why you don't know to cook chapati. So that is my 1 cup of, I use the same cup that I used to measure my wheat flour. I get to add up 1 cup of water. I preferably use warm water, but you can use whatever goes well with you, but in most occasions use warm water. So I'm now mixing up all my ingredients so that I can now prepare some good dough, and I start up my chapati. You know, in cooking, there comes sometimes that you have to wait for your ancestors to whisper to you it's enough. No, in making your dough, you add up your flour until your ancestors are like, now your dough is ready. Well, I don't know, though you always have those things that, like salt and such, like you're like, my ancestors have not yet said enough. These are principles of cooking that, another, we get to apply them knowing or unknowingly. So I think at this point I felt like enough of the wheat flour, and I now need to prepare my dough and press it on a flat surface to ensure that it's well and evenly distributed. So at this point, I want to press it on my flat surface. Don't mind where I'm using. These houses of Nairobi are quite small, and at times you need enough space and you have to improvise. So I felt I can just use this space. It's clean, so don't be worried. And this is where I'll be doing my kneading to ensure that the chapati the dough is well distributed. It has enough flour and it's not so sticky. And again, don't make the dough so stiff in that it will be very hard for you to roll. So that is me preparing my dough to ensure that it's up to my interest. Yeah, it's quite an easy task. This is the place where most of the people are like, I have issues in preparing my dough. I always feel that my dough will not be up to what I want and such. Like, you just have to try. As far as you have used the right measurements, you always have a very good dough. You see like how soft it is. This is an assurance that there is no way that my chapati will be hard. So as far as you have a very evenly distributed dough, when your dough is soft, there's no way that your chapati will be that hard, and it will be very easy to roll, and it will not dry up in the middle and such like. So it all starts from this point. This is the first step of making good chapatis. So you have to ensure that it's well done. And at this point, I think my ancestors were like, enough, Latez, enough. Enough. And at this juncture, now I need to now add some cooking oil to my dough so that I can now leave it to rest. And just add quite a little, maybe 1 spoon of cooking oil, so that it cannot again be so slippery when you'll be rolling. So you add at least 1 spoon of cooking oil to ensure now that your dough is now ready, and you can now leave it to rest. Now this is my dough. You can see, you can note the carrots from a distance. Now you can imagine how it's gonna be when the chapatis are now well cooked. So that's my dough, quite ready. You can see how soft it is, and this is an assurance that the chapatis will surely be good. Now making dough is that easy. It doesn't require quite a lot. It's that easy. So the people who keep on telling me that, you know what, I'm worried that my dough will not be okay, I'm worried that I don't know, I'll not make a good dough, it's just that simple. I want to cover it with some cling film so that I leave it at least for some minutes to rest. as I now get to prepare a place for rolling and such like. So when the dough is ready, I actually feel like now I'm halfway the making of my chapati, because from here it's just rolling and cooking, quite easy. So that's my dough, it's ready. You leave it to rest maybe for quite some minutes. If you don't have time, maybe 15 minutes, you can give it 20 or even 30. So that's my dough. Let it leave it for some time as I prepare on my cooking now. We are now set, and we have waited for the minutes that we had to wait. Let's say like 20. And now it's time for kneading. And no, it's time for rolling. So it's now time to start rolling. And I always ensure that I roll the entire dough and then apply some cooking oil, and then now cut it into pieces. So I'll be rolling my dough over there. I'll get to cut it into two because I don't have quite some space. So I'll cut my dough into two, separate it into two. I first finalize on one because my space for rolling is also not that quite big. We are manifesting into big kitchens. Yeah? God is hearing these prayers that we need big kitchens so that we can showcase our cooking skills, so that we can be able to practice these cooking skills and such like. But for now, let's use what we have. So I get to roll the entire dough so that now I can apply some oil and then cut it into pieces. I've gotten maybe something that maybe I wanted. It is not a must to be perfect. I don't have that much time for perfection, but at least it's just something that I can use. So I get to apply some cooking oil on the top, just to give me an easy time when rolling, and also to ensure that the chapati will be well cooked, because oil is also a significant thing to ensure that your chapatis are soft. So I get to cut into sizable sizes. I don't have that much time, so I will not be making very small chapatis. I want them big, that when you eat one or two, you're good to go. So, and from there, you now make your little balls that you can roll easily. It's just that. And now we start our rolling. It's just quite a simple process that does not require much. We are the ones who complicate cooking chapati. It's usually very, very easy. So let me get to finalize on the cutting and sizing the dough into sizable sizes, and then I start my rolling. It's that easy. Finally, I'm done with cutting into pieces. Now it's time for rolling a piece and another. From here, the remaining process is just very easy, because it's just rolling, pressing it in the pan, and you're good to go. So I start my rolling. I'm not so much on the shape, but at least ensure that the dough is evenly distributed, that it's not fat on one side and maybe thin on the other side. It's not maybe so thin at the middle part, because that is another reason that makes chapati to be hard in the middle. You roll and ensure that the middle part is so thin, and when you press it on the pan, it gets to dry up faster, and it makes your chapati very hard at the middle. So that's another secret. Ensure that, don't be so concerned about the shape and you forget maybe how evenly distributed your chapati is. Ensure that it's well distributed. From there, I start my cooking, and I have to press it on the pan and ensure it cooks at least for quite some minutes, and first remove it. That is my method, how I do. I get like dry up each and every chapati. I press it on the pan. It ensure it gets some heat on both sides, and then remove it. And then when I'm done with the entire chapatis and now they are ready, I now start applying oil on each and every other chapati. Let me get like elaborate on what I'm saying. You see, like now this chapati that is here on the pan, I'll wait for it to dry on both sides and then remove it without first applying, without first maybe putting some oil and such like. And then I'll do it to each and every chapati that I have. I'll be cooking like for 10 or something chapatis. It's just like a snack for the evening. So my chapati is ready. I turn it to the other side and then I remove it at that juncture. And then now I now press another chapati all the way to my entire 10 or something chapatis. If at all maybe you are cooking a lot of chapatis, let's say like 30, 40, you can divide on portions. Maybe you dry up like 10 or 15. You cook them with oil, you put aside. You go take another 15 and such like. It helps to efficiency. And maybe when you are cooking chapati, when you're two, someone could be doing this, the other one this, the other one this. It is easy this way. So this is how I prefer cooking my chapati. So I'll dry up my entire chapatis and then from there, I now cook it. Or I then maybe apply oil in such juncture. So I remove my chapati being like that. I put another one. And we continue until we finalize our entire chapatis. And as I was preparing this chapati, I got to remember maybe when was the first time you prepared your first chapati? Maybe how are they? What are the mistakes you made? Do you remember that day? And I got to laugh at myself trying to remember the first day I made chapati. But for me, at least I had basics because I'm one person who did home science in high school. And I think before high school, I didn't know to cook chapati. And that is where I got some basics of getting to know you do this, you do this. And when I went home now, I told mom, like, Mom, do you know what? We learned to cook chapati and I feel I'm now equipped. I can be able to cook chapati. But you don't know, at home, as we are many at our home. So when you're cooking chapati, you cannot cook, I don't know, at 10 chapatis. You have to cook like the entire one packet. Where? Hey, let me remember that day. Before you prepare a dough of an entire one packet, you start cooking and you finalize. I regret taking that motion to mom of telling her that, oh, I don't know, I know to cook chapati and such like. You know, at times it's a relief to the parent when you're telling her that you can cook chapati. She knows very well that I will no longer be doing it, you'll be doing it. And from that juncture, I don't think mom ever cooked chapati when I was around. I just fixed myself. But after doing it several times, I now got to a point that it is no longer a struggle. I do it so easily. I enjoy doing it and such like. So that's a good thing with chapati. You fear doing it for the first time. It looks cumbersome and maybe it entails a lot at first. But when you get used to it, you do it so casually like any other meal. Because myself, as much as I enjoy eating chapati, I also enjoy cooking it. And I also like cooking it. So when we go to a place somewhere and I'm given a lot of cooking chapati, I feel like it's just a very easy task. So I'm going on with my chapati, almost done with drying up, and now I start applying cooking oil and it will be a done deal. That easy. It's quite an easy task. You can see how easy it is. You just ensure that your chapati has dried up and now you'll be good to go. You can spot the carrots from my chapati. I like it this way. There are some people who enjoy chapati with maybe butternut, others with these pumpkins and such like, but I think my favorite chapati are chapati with carrots. More so even all the tastes, but the cara, I enjoy being spotty with those two carrots. I really enjoyed seeing it like that. But I think I'm a lover of carrots. One is because by default, I'm a Kikuyu. I know Kikuyu love carrots. Kikuyus can cook carrots in each and every meal. You get it in the stew, you get it in rice, you get it in their cereals, you get it in their chapati. And here we come. Here I am. I'm a typical one. Carrots in my chapati. I can just get out of the house to go look for carrots just to ensure that I put it in my chapati and such like. And it's good because carrots are awesome. So I don't know why people feel like having food with plenty of carrots is a bad thing. It's a good thing. So if you're there, my dear sisters from Kikuyu, be proud of yourself. Carrots are good. Put them as much as you want. If you want to put them in the stew, in the rice, in everything, you okay, put them in your cabbage, whatever, put them, have them. Have them sliced, have them grated, have them cut at your pleasure. No one should maybe try to like tell you that, be proud of where you come from. Be proud of what you love. Finally, I'm done with rolling. All my chapatis are now rolled. You can see how nice they look, eh? I'm even salivating at a distance. Now this is my last one. I put it on the pan and ensure that it gets to dry. And now I'm to my last part. The part of putting some cooking oil. And now my chapatis will be ready. It's that easy. You can see the chapatis are quite a few. If at all you want to learn and to practice on cooking chapati, ensure that you use very small quantities because it will not be hectic for you. So just cook your 5-10 chapatis and it will be very easy. You practice and within a minute or another, you'll not realize you're making very nice chapatis. I feel like now I'm almost finalizing. My chapatis are now ready. It's just now putting some cooking oil. It should be a done deal. And now that they are very minimal, just very few pieces, it will be very easy and I'll finalize quite fast. So I'm set with my cooking oil. And if you want to have some good chapatis, don't apply cooking oil on the pan. Smear it around the chapati. This is another mistake that we usually do. We put cooking oil on the pan. That one should never happen. That is something that I learned in class. The good thing with me is that I've been to practical classes of cooking, not once, not twice. I think I loved cooking since I was young. And I think it's the high time I venture on cooking and just practicing different things and just being busy in my kitchen. That is something that I'm looking up to in this new year. You just be seeing me often in the kitchen. Preparing this. I can't wait to just taste various delicacies of my own because I enjoy spending time in the kitchen. So as we have said, don't put oil on the pan, but smear it. Even if you don't have something to smear around, you can use a spoon or something, but ensure you don't put your cooking oil on the pan. Smear it all around the chapati and ensure that each and every part of the chapati has cooking oil so that when you turn, the chapati will be very well cooked. You can see how my chapatis look, eh? At a distance, you can tell that those chapatis are well cooked and those chapatis gonna be yummy. For sure, I know they're gonna be yummy. I cannot also wait to eat them. So it's that easy. Imagine, just a very easy process. You just use the right ingredients. You just do what it takes and you have very good chapatis. At this era, we can't afford to be eating badly cooked chapatis. Those hard chapatis, those chapatis that at times you're even forcing yourself to eat them. No, not at this era. We need to style up. Cook some good chapatis that even when your family get to realize you're cooking chapati, they are excited. The reason why even most people don't love chapatis is because at times maybe the people who cook to them chapati, they cook to them bad chapatis. You cannot cook very nice chapatis like these ones and then people will fail to enjoy them. They have to. Because these ones, you'll eat them as a snack in the morning, at 4 p.m., you eat them for dinner, you eat them for lunch. It just comes out hard. Like these ones, I'm not even sure they'll stay in the house for more than 2 days. Just today and tomorrow, and they are done. I love chapatis. I just be seated and I remember I have chapatis and just take one, warm it, and it's done. Especially chapati with just some tea. I'm good to go. Right there, finalizing on our chapatis. You can see how easy it is. Huh? Now I have several done, and that is how I cook my chapatis. And you not get burnt. You know, at times I hear people say that I fear cooking chapati because I fear that my hands, my fingers will be burnt and such like. As you can observe, what will burn me at this juncture? I have a good spoon, and it's just the art of doing it. I don't think there's at any point you'll get to burn your fingers and such like. So it's that easy. Let me now finalize my chapati and show you the end results. They look yummy. For sure they are. Maybe you can let me know what else we can prepare, or maybe another meal, or maybe another snack, or maybe just something that we can just prepare together. I'm just bringing it real and cut it, not like those of cut and put. I'm doing everything here as we say, so we are doing it together with you, something that we can also start up at home and we start doing it together. Is that real? So you can maybe tell me what else we can prepare together so that we get to perfect on our cooking skills. As you practice, we become perfect. Yes, so if you're there, your husband, your children have been complaining that you're not making good meals, practice. Spare some time and get to run. Everything in this life is all about running. You know, we will like emphasize on learning other things on our workplaces and such like, and we forget even house chores. There are also things that we need to learn. Yes, if at all you want to have an easy time, even as a mom, learn some of these little things, that how you can do them well even while at home, how you can make your family happy, how you can make your space conducive for you. So it's all about practicing, it's all about learning, and learning never ends. You have to keep on learning one thing and another, not learning but also perfecting. So you can get to let me know maybe what we can do together. May it be cooking, maybe be doing a chore at home and such like. I'll be here. So you can let me know, especially cooking. I have a zeal, and I'm feeling that this year I have that spirit of cooking. So if you have something that you want us to do together, I'm very willing. I'll gather the ingredients and we'll cook together and we'll enjoy together. Especially for those who I can be able to visit. Call me at your place. We'll even come and cook them at your place. Yes, I'm very willing actually. Not at any pay, free of charge. Free of charge. And my chapatis are almost done. And we'll get to see the end results of my awesome and nice looking chapatis. Is that easy? That easy. It doesn't take a lot. Just a willing heart and hands on your kitchen, and you have some nice meal, you have some awesome food. And I feel we are done. Hoping you have learned a thing or two, or maybe you've enjoyed the cooking process. There's one or two I'm waiting to eat your chapatis. You will follow this entire recipe, you follow the video and cook me chapati. I don't want you to get married ufukuzwe na vanaka juu hujui kupika chapati. Yeah, I know you know yourself. I just don't want to mention your name, but I know you know yourself. Yes, the next time I come to your home, please cook me chapati. Don't tell me I don't know, you don't know what, you don't know what. Use the exact measurement, use the exact ingredients, and cook for me chapati. Yes, I'll come like to mark and ensure you have made good chapatis. That easy. Even if you make 5. Yes, but you have to. Here are our chapatis. They are ready, all ready. They are all well cooked, nice looking. They are beautiful, even at a distance. Something that is appealing. Something even if you're not that much hungry, you'll at least say, you can serve me, okay, I'll eat. You're not there forcing people to eat at your place. And the kind of food you've cooked is not appealing. Have some appealing food. Make your food presentable. Just look at how they look. They look nice chapatis, especially that kakara. That's why I told you that. Use that carrots. Chapatis are very yummy. Tamu. You're welcome. Na shida haziwezi watosha nyinyi wote. Very, very, very yummy. It's done good. Let's get to know what we'll prepare for stew. But even if there's no stew, just takati, my 2 chapatis, I'm going to sleep. The good thing of not having a husband is now this one. I can just take my 2 chapatis, eat with some tea, and go and sleep. The joy of being single. You eat what you want, the time you want, the style you want, no complications. Still enjoying my chapati. It's yummy. If you are missing chapati, you can invite me at your place. I'll cook for you free of charge. Bola, you buy the ingredients, I'll cook for you. These are our yummy chapatis. See how they look? That's why I like my carrots being low, so that the chapati will be this. You can see? It's yummy. I don't think I even wait for tea.